Nice. Okay, the second part of the Tinkercad project for the Valentine's Day box that we're doing is making the lid. Remember, you can make this any theme. You don't have to use a Valentine's Day theme, but I'm just recommending that because that's what's coming up. But there's also other important things that are happening now in February. It's Black History Month. It's also the Lunar New Year. So there's lots of things you can celebrate. Somebody's birthday might be coming up, so you can do something like that. Okay. Anyway, so the lid, let's go back to our uh, Tinkercad project, and we're going to drag out another box for the lid. So if you look here, my notes say that the box inside, we're not really concerned about the box inside at this point. I'm more concerned with the box itself for the just remember that the box itself is 50 by 50. So this is 50. If you ever forget, you can just drag out a ruler and it'll measure that for you. Okay, give you all those dimensions. It's really handy. They can get a little distracting, so if you want to clean up your view, you just kind of dismiss the ruler like that. Okay. All right, so we're going to drag out another box. So we're going to make this box into the lid. And we want this box to be 60 by 60. It's going to have to be bigger than the box itself. There's a way that you can make a lid that's like the same size of the box. I'm not doing that part of the design. Um, I'm not doing that type of design right now, but there is a way that you can make this lid um, a little bit smaller so it's actually the same dimensions of the box and it fits lightly inside the hollow part of the box, but that's not this design. Okay, and then we're going to adjust the height is going to be 10 millimeters. So just remember that the lid, sorry, this note right here is 60 by 60 by 10. And just to note um, the um, unit is millimeters. Sorry, I don't know what happened to my brain right there. Okay, so you should make this into, right, so we dragged out a box shaped hole, but you can make any shape into a hole by dragging it out and choosing hole. Actually, we want a solid, right? And then I'm gonna make like a lavender colored top or maybe like a light pink. I mean, just because you have your design in light pink doesn't mean it would 3D print in light pink. The 3D print comes out in whatever color filament you choose. So you could make this all like rainbow colored and then it's going to print out all in one color. Like I said, we are not going to print these designs necessarily. I might print a few just so you could see examples, but we're not going to print out everybody's box. Okay. So there's the lid. Now you can see, let's flip the lid over. It doesn't look much like a lid. It just looks like a slab. And really, if you left it like this, it would just sit there um, on top like a book, like you just laid the book on top. So that's not really what we want to do. We want to make this lid actually fit nicely on top. Remember, the outside dimensions of this box are, if you forget, you can always look at the notes that you wrote. Okay, the box itself is 50 by 50 by 40. Okay, so we need to make sure that there's a hole in the box that's at least 50 by 50. We want to give it a little bit of room. The tolerances, which means the variations and actual dimensions of a printed object, are a little bit not as precise. These are, like home 3D printers, not precise industrial 3D printers. So we're going to make this just a little bigger. Let's say 52 by 52. So it just gives it about 2 millimeters of space on either side. You might decide that that's too big. And then it's going to be a very solid box. And we're going to make this, our box lid is 10 millimeters in height. So we're going to make it 7 millimeters in height. And we're going to lift it 3 millimeters off the ground. I'm going to put this here. We want to align the whole, right. Okay, so what I did to do the alignment was I selected everything and then I use the align tool and then I just align it so it will like center it. There we go. Okay, so this is not a hole yet. So you can see here, it's still a solid object with a hole kind of superimposed on top. And the way we get them to merge together into one object is we use the grouping tool. And now we can see that this is a nice hollow lid. So if we flipped it over, I could put it on top of the box and it should fit pretty nicely. So what we are going to do, we are going to flip it over. So you're going to use the top rotate tool and flip it over 180 degrees. So again, you can just type in the number here instead of having to like wiggle around and make sure it should be exactly 180. Otherwise, it won't be perfectly flat. Okay, so that's this part, making the lid. And the next video, we are going to make the design on the lid.